So, how are you, Tatiana? All right?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's just recap on what we did last week or last lesson. What was it?
So we did parallel parking and reverse bay parking.
Yeah.
I think it went quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like only after a few tries, it was like on a good path to like perfect it.
Mm-hmm.
At the start, it was a bit. It wasn't very good. But overall, I think it was like a 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
For my first time, and like after a while, I think like it made me. I say 6.5 because I was confident after a few tries.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll send this into practice.
Yeah, good. Okay, cool. So, what would you like to do today's lesson?
I think what are you doing?
Or do we agree?
Stoplights.
Good.
I think.
We're going to go and do some traffic lights. Okay. So with the skills that we learned in that last lesson, how do you think they could benefit you in this lesson?
Having like control of like the car when it's like not going fast, you just need to move a little bit forward, a little bit.
So the clutch
backwards.
control, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
exactly. So you could use the clutch control because sometimes if we're at traffic lights, they could be on a slight hill, couldn't they? Okay. So we need to make sure that we've got good clutch control because what we don't want to do is stall, do we?
Yeah.
Because what could be the dangers of stalling?
If you stall, is the car coming? Because if you hit, because you're just standing and it's not standing, you're just stopped in its way.
Yeah. So it could be behind you, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And then if you stall, then you could obviously stop the traffic from flowing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So
sorry, do you have a tissue?
Of course I can. I'm just going to get one for you.
I have hay fever. So. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. There you go. Thank you, sir. Okay. Well, actually, that's pretty good because the next question, give me a couple of examples that could affect your physical ability to drive in the car safely.
Fatigue.
Yeah.
If you're under the use of like any drugs or alcohol. What's the question? So fatigue?
Yeah, good. Fatigue. So the question was, what physical things could affect your ability to drive in the car?
Any type of illness, even if it's like a little headache or like your eyes feel like heavy because like you may be tired or something. Drugs, alcohol, fatigue, any illness of any sorts.
Yeah. Even having hay fever, it could be.
Yeah, if you sneeze, if you keep sneezing.
Yeah, or your eyes are watering, you might be distracted a little bit from what you need to be seeing. Yeah, good. So I'll just keep an eye on that for you. Okay. Do you ever take any kind of medication for that?
Sometimes. Some summers are worse than others.
Yeah.
So like this summer I haven't had to take it. Like it's only when I come outside. Then after a while I'm fine. Just that first first half an hour.
What could be the dangers of taking some kind of medication?
It can make you tired or like drowsy.
Yeah, it can make you drowsy. So it's really always important, isn't it? Just to have a look at that packet to see if it affects you.
Yeah.
Because you can get non-drowsy, you can get drowsy ones.
It affects people differently.
It does as well. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. So we said that we would go to Bury.
Yeah.
Okay. So and practice traffic lights. Do you want to do that today?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Let's do that. So we could start off with doing lefts first. Yeah. Okay. See how you get on. Then we can probably go straight ahead and then we'll do rights. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can just mix it up. Good. Okay. So we need to get to Bury, don't we? Okay. So we could use that drive because it obviously takes around about 20 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. To get there. How do you feel that your country roads are at the minute?
They're okay.
Yeah.
Especially that one because we've been there and back quite a lot of times.
Yeah, of course. So what would you give yourself a rating out of 10 for that?
Like 7.5.
7.5. Yeah, good. So what are you happy with?
I'm quite happy that I'm more confident with speed.
Yeah.
Like going, all through the gears. Quite happy about when I have to slow down, like and being aware of like hazards or like turns. Like obviously sometimes I forget or like I do a bit too late, but I still am aware of it.
Okay. So do you feel that you need prompting at that stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case, because sometimes there's times that I'm more focused on like the speed and then I don't see like a hazard. I do see it, but it's kind of like multitasking.
The thing is that when you miss a a sign, it could be quite vital, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So it's really important that we kind of look ahead and look at those, don't we? As far as, how far should we look?
Like just like ahead of you, just as
So
far as you can see.
Yeah. So if I ask you one of the questions, when they talk about fog, when should you use your fog lights? When visibility is less than
Then I'm not sure.
Okay, let me help you. So it's 100 meters.
100 meters. Yeah.
So really and truthfully, we should be looking at least 100 meters in front if we can. Okay. Because if we spot them early, then we're going to be able to react to them early, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So should we agree then? On the drive there, let's just try and perfect doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you need a bit, I'll help you with the prompting if that's okay. And then once we do a couple, then I might hand the responsibility over you, get you to do maybe a bit of commentary, what you see.
Okay.
Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Cool. Right, so we're going to go out on the road. So to get to Bury, we need to do a mini roundabout and a set of traffic lights. Now, we said we're going to be doing traffic lights. So at the set of traffic lights, we're going to have to go ahead. So how much help do you think you need from me? Do you want me to help you through that one?
The only part I need like more help is like when the stop.
Yeah, okay.
Because when it's to go, although I'm a bit slow sometimes, I'm more confident in that.
Okay.
Kind of like
Okay.
And then the stopping is like the worst.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm scared to stall.
Okay.
I'm less scared to stall when it's to go.
Okay.
But not to stop.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Okay. So, we went to did we go to the practice area?
Which part? Morton Hall.
Yeah, when we've done a bit of clutch control.
Oh yeah, in the country road. Yeah.
How did you feel with that? Did that go well?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of it,
after a few practices, it was fine.
Yeah. Okay. So what we could do is just before we get to there might be if it's nice and quiet, we could possibly stop, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And then we could just practice a bit of moving off.
Because then that helps with.
Yeah. Good. Stop. Obviously, we'll only do it if it's safe. Okay. Right. Okay. So before we go out on the road, tell me what you're responsible for as a driver of the car.
Surrounding like cyclists, pedestrians, other cars, and also our safety. Because sometimes if you try not to hit someone else, you might hurt like whoever's in this car. Yeah,
of course. So also, what else do you need to think about? Speed limits. Yeah. So you're responsible for that, aren't you? Good. And also, you just need to know what's behind you at all times.
Yeah.
Looking ahead and thinking ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
My responsibility is not to let you get into a situation that could affect, what you've just told me. So that could be other road users, or pedestrians. Okay?
Yeah.
So I have the dual controls here. If I need to use them, and I could come in with the steering.
Yeah.
If I can say it verbally first, I will say it. If time is short, then you know that I've got you covered. Okay. But if that should happen, what we could do is we could pull over, depending on how serious it was. We could actually do it on the move, depending, and then just find out 3 things: what happened, what could have been the dangers, and how we could have prevented that. Yeah. Good. All right. So, are you happy for me to jump in if I need to?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Good. So if you just you've got your cockpit all set up.
Yeah.
Good. You're happy with everything?
Yeah.
Good. That's it. Cool. So when you're ready, we'll move off.
Okay. I'm just going to check if I'm far ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to move a bit forward.
Okay.
I'm stretching my leg a bit.
That's fine. It's always better to get it done beforehand, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now you've moved your seat.
Oh, my mirrors.
Yeah, does it affect them at all?
A little bit.
Yeah, just that slight bit. Because we don't really want to go out on that road, do we?
Then have to change it.
Yeah, have to change it. Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah. So when you're ready, I'll give you directions clear and a good time. And let's go, shall we? Or unless you know the way to Bury, you want to take me?
I know a way, but I think the traffic lights towards there is what worries me.
Okay.
It's not I know the way perfectly.
Okay.
It just
Okay, I'll let me give you the directions. Okay. So it's nice and you feel more confident. You can just concentrate on the traffic lights.
Okay.
So obviously we get to the traffic lights and you're a little bit unsure about the clutch control. Just tell me and I'll help you. Okay. Good. So when you're ready, move off.